the 6'7" forward is someone to watch. The Aces in purple, the Racers in gold. It's time to play basketball in the Valley. With Dan Muller, I'm Tom Ackerman. We are thrilled to bring it to you.
Yeah, you mentioned Pizzato. I always love seeing people in person. That's what I enjoy so much about being in these first games. Legit 6'7". He's got a chance. You said he's played against professionals. He'll be a professional at some point. Right now, he's doing a great job at the Aces. As we see JaCobi Wood with the little floater off the glass. He struggled a little bit shooting this year. Most experienced player coming back. In my opinion, the most valuable player with the minutes he needs to be on the court.
He is certainly capable of scoring and controlling this offense, doing a number of things. As for Pizzato, playing in the U18 European Championship for Italy, scored 17 against Denmark, 15 against Croatia. His coach, David Ragland, says that he has played against pros, with pros. He's a hard worker, shows up every day. He's ready to go. He's prepared. And on top of that, Dan, he has some serious talent. Number 0.
Yes, he does. Going to have a challenge tonight. One of the most athletic teams he'll be playing against. Both these teams have played a challenging schedule to this point. But again, you get in conference, you get a Murray State team where all 4 guards can really move the ball, drive the ball. So we'll see the defensive struggles possibly show up with the Aces moving their feet.
Joshua Hughes trying to make a move inside on Ellington and comes up with a miss there. The rebound goes to Milton.
2 very different styles here, Tom. Some of the same offense, but you'll see body types, speed. Murray State plays with a little bit more pace. Evansville, as you can see on the court, a little bit more length. We'll see which one of those advantages works out better for which team tonight.
Milton with the shot clock under 10, the drive and the block by Hughes and out of bounds.
Terrific length there. You already saw Milton ball skill transfer from Coach Ragland coming in his 3rd season. He's done a terrific job with the talent. Evansville boy, excited about representing his hometown. There's been a lot of really good places with really good coaches.
Wood with the 3 and comes up short, fighting for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Evansville basketball, as Tanner Cuff was in there trying to yank the rebound down, and there he is, Steve Prohm. He is back with Murray State and building this program back to what they expect.
Yeah, Coach Prohm obviously did such a great job at Murray State in his first stint, and then did a great job at Iowa State for many years. Murray State is lucky to have him back on the sideline, as we see Hafner, who scored the ball really well the last 2 games, get up his first 3 attempts.
Ferguson with the big rebound and driving in. He gets it blocked by Hughes.
Second block by Hughes early. You see that length showing up. And Comer, their most athletic, quickest guard on the court, transfer from Eastern Kentucky, has done a terrific job. And Comer's the guy on the court on the Evansville roster who's the most different from everybody else with his ability to get in the paint.
The Indianapolis native takes it all the way in. The second block from Hughes. He's from Brisbane, Australia. So you have the Italian in Pizzato, the Australian in Hughes. And this one off the mark. Fighting for it is Ellington, the St. Louis native, and he gets it blocked by Hughes. Goodness!
Blocked by Hughes. His length, we talked about length early, already paying dividends on the defensive end.
6'10" sophomore making his presence felt. The miss here. It's a 2-2 game between Murray State and Evansville. We are more than 3 minutes in.
One of the things that Murray State balances is getting the ball inside mixed with perimeter offense, as Wood has been very aggressive shooting the ball here early.
Racers able to keep it alive around the perimeter, and Milton buries a 3. You knew it was coming eventually, and Kylan Milton delivers for Murray State.
Milton's a very good offensive player. His average, I think, 17 a game last year. If I climbed up, I got that right. His ball skill would shoot it. That's what I said in the open. Murray State, 4 transfers who play a significant role and just really fit in with Valley bodies, Valley skill sets. They're going to come in and have an immediate impact for this Racers team.
Well, they are going to hit the portal hard here at Murray, and they have the resources. The NIL money has become a big part of the game. Not only that, but they have the funding to renovate this building. We're going to talk about it when we come back. To Murray State, a 5-2 lead.
pulled in by Adam Fantilli. Just passed from right between his own legs.
From your home, 2 hours.
Back to Kent Johnson. Now Fantilli with a shot. And he scores!
Feel the boom all season long. Get your tickets now at BlueJackets.com.
You've chosen Polestar 3 because, of course you have. Now comes the difficult but still fun part, choosing the colors. Now the matching upholstery. Side note, they all match. And the packs, don't forget the packs. The Napa upgrade, plus Pilot Pro and Performance packs. Anything less would be uncivilized. Hang on, where are the valve caps? Visit your local Polestar space to test drive.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You have to have a dream, a goal. You have to be willing to work for it.
We are not going to stop chasing the dream. We cancel.
You look up not giving up in the dictionary, a picture of my wife would be there.
You're one of the strong ones, okay? Just remember that.
You're stronger.
My dad would be so thankful for all of the lives that have been saved.
Hey, college basketball fans.
Andrea Carter here.
Jay Billis here.
To remind you that your favorite teams and conferences
are on ESPN+.
If you love college basketball like me and the Billustrator,
then it's time to get in the game and sign up to ESPN+.
You get a stellar slate of in-conference games,
including the Big 12, Atlantic 10, and many more.
That will feel like March.
We got to go to work.
Sign up now and catch your favorite teams.
Okay. Back in Murray, Kentucky for Murray State and Evansville. Some non-conference success so far, Bradley. They're going to be tough to deal with. Anybody who comes their way, they win the Myrtle Beach Invitational. Speaking of tough, Drake has not dropped off at all. They look great. They win the Charleston Classic as the Valley is racking up wins. Belmont will be there tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
To see the Bruins. Third place at the Cancun Challenge. In fact, Murray State's the only one who hasn't played in one of these tournaments, and they will be doing so at the Diamond Head here shortly. 5-2 for the Racers, leading Evansville. Early going, and a miss from three. And now trying to get it back, and they will. Now on the baseline with 18 on the shot clock. Ferguson with the miss.
Evansville opened up, showed their 3-2 zone for the first time of the game. Got length. Corner threes are available in the zone. Box out responsibility is a little bit tougher.
A near steal there by Hafner. Last touched by Cam.
Evansville back in their man, out of bounds under, and now they are back in their zone. Side out of bounds. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
From the backcourt to the front court, JaCobi Wood. And there's a kick ball by Posato. Evansville started with an exhibition win. They lost to North Texas. Also losses in Middle Tennessee State and Radford, and lost by 50 at Ohio State. But as you mentioned, they played some good ball lately. Green Bay and Campbell go down, and now they open the conference season. We know what a gauntlet it can be. They'll play this and then take on Missouri State on December 29th to pick the Valley back up. I'll tell you about Murray State's non-conference in a moment as Wood hits the shot from beyond the left elbow.
Again, Wood's come out very aggressive. I think that's his fifth shot early in the game. He's a facilitator, can also score it. His percentage is not where it will be by the end of the year, but he is dangerous at all times.
There is Wood on the turnover.
Murray State's really good in transition because they have so many guards that can make plays, especially when you get an advantage.
JaCobi Wood hits the three. Dials it up long distance.
JaCobi woke up this morning and decided, I'm going to get some shots up early, get my mojo going.
It's a 10-2 lead for the Racers.
Yeah, this is not what Evansville wanted. Have not had success on the road yet.
Cuff and nothing doing there. Here comes Wood. He has Milton. The toss inside Ellington. They go inside, outside, around the perimeter. Wood attacks the zone and scores. It's a 12-2 lead for Murray State.
One thing that Murray State's going to be so good at this year, Coach Stallings, who I played for and coached with, get them on the run, keep them on the run. When you get the defense in a disadvantage, they have so many guys that can make plays. And I talked to Coach Prum earlier as we see Cuff drive and get a much-needed basket. Coach Prum talked about how unselfish this team has been. Even though they have a lot of guys that could score it, they're happy for each other. They move the ball. And if they continue to keep that mindset all year offensively, Murray State's going to be one of the better teams in the Valley.
Picked third in the Valley preseason with one first-place vote. Cuff comes up with the turnover for Evansville.
Hughes, you saw his length again, gets a little poke away from Ellington on the back down. As you can see Posada with his first drive.
And a foul is called as Posada is knocked to the hardwood. Evansville and Murray State. Murray State opened things up with a win, then a loss at Pittsburgh, as they sit here right now with a record of 4-2. See the drive by Posada.
Posada, you said it, Tom, from Italy, but he's been so good early here as a freshman.
The make for Posada. Closed captioning for tonight's game brought to you by Prairie Farms Dairy. Drink local with Prairie Farms.
You look at this kid at 6'7", he's got great length to him. You mentioned this, Coach Rags, I talked to him yesterday. He mentioned how hard of a worker he is, always trying to get better. You see his stroke, his shooting stroke, and that thing comes off his hands clean. He's got ball skill, can go both ways. Evansville, a little 1-2-2, three-quarter. They'll drop back either to their 3-2 or match up in their man. They're going to stay in their zone. I think they are a little bit worried about guarding these four guards. So if this zone will work, we'll see a lot of it tonight as we see Coach Prum call play out as they get their backup big in the game for the first time.
Alden Applewhite in the game for Murray State, and off the pass, it's a bucket for Ferguson, and a 15-6 lead after the three.
A.J. Ferguson, transfer from Southern Illinois, did not shoot a lot of threes last year, didn't make a ton of them, but he is shooting the ball extremely well. Still selective on the shot attempts, but he's making a high percentage.
Comer with the miss, Wood with the rebound. Here come the Racers. Ferguson swings it left. Three ball is missed short by Applewhite.
Yeah, you just see that ball movement transition. They're going to get open shots if Evansville doesn't get back quicker.
After backs it out. Oh, earlier when they took a 12-2 lead, Steve Prohm was up waving his arms for this crowd to roar. It'll be a matter of time before they're back in full force in this building. Good, hard take there by Comer.
Evansville's come out a little bit, Tom, just a little bit flustered. They should settle in at some point here, and we'll start seeing their offense execution improve a little bit. But it seems like they got a little road jitters. Settle in, cut into this lead a little bit. It's early.
7-point game. Terrence Harcum out there with Ferguson on the attack. AJ dies on the back of the rim.
And Kyron Lindsey in for the first time. Sorry, Kylan. I got that right. Kyron. Sorry about that.
Got it. Ferguson with the rebound.
Yeah, really talented big transfer from Texas Tech. So Ellington goes to the bench. They come in with another very talented, another left-hand big. And that's one of the reasons, again, this Murray State is team is so dangerous offensively.
Lindsey outside to Ferguson, misses short. And here come the Aces.
Great contest by Posada there. His length bothered that shot.
11:05 to go in the first half. Murray State on top of Evansville.
Now is the perfect time to get away during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With 0 payments for 90 days on select models. Plus, every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty.
Since 1991, St. Louis has served as the gateway to the best men's basketball tournaments. Arch Madness. Experience buzzer beaters, Madness, and Missouri Valley Conference glory. And it begins here. The 2025 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, presented by Credit Union 1 and Great Southern Bank, tips off March 6th through the 9th. Celebrate 35 years of Arch Madness. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
At Indiana State University, we're all in for you. So you can be all striving, all thriving, all achieving, all the time. Bring your hustle, your drive, and your ambitions. Match it all with opportunities that make your resume sing. Work on real-world projects as part of your degree. Find your people in a welcoming community. So, are you in?
Whether your day starts early or goes late into the night, brings the discovery of something new, or just the work of getting it done, it's all easier with a little help. At Great Southern Bank, we understand the importance of having a trusted, reliable support team who can offer you helpful resources and smart options to make the most of what you have and build on it, with possibilities that inspire you to keep going. Find your support team at GreatSouthernBank.com. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
JaCobi Wood coming off, getting to a great start, 4 for 7 to start. The rest of the team 2 for 10. You can see JaCobi giving it to you a little bit every way. Makes a 3, little floater. And again, one of the more talented players with the most experience, actually transferred from Belmont. But he came out very aggressive as it leads us into our bird watch. JaCobi Wood, as we just mentioned, preseason all-conference. A guy that plays 35 minutes a game, again, can facilitate or score. And then we have, from Evansville, Cameron Hafner, 15 a game. Another returner for the Evansville Aces. Another guy who's had 2 really good games, 27, I believe, 2 games ago. And probably their most talented offensive player as far as getting buckets from all 3 levels. So 2 terrific players, 2 terrific guards as we start the Valley season.
Birdwatch sponsored by Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Great Southern Bank and the Valley are proud to recognize the league's Player of the Year with the Larry Bird Trophy. Here in Murray, Kentucky, a 15-8 lead for the Racers with 11:05 to go before halftime. With Dan Muller, I'm Tom Ackerman, happy to bring you our Valley opener. There's another one going on tonight. Bradley at Southern Illinois. We'll keep an eye on that for you. JaCobi Wood out beyond 3. They get it to Lindsay as they just pick apart this zone for Evansville.
Yeah, I said it. Coach Ragg's probably a little concerned about ability to guard the ball. Going to try to stay in that zone as much as possible, but if you give up layups, you can't stay in it. Really good pass to the short corner there, and then drop down to the big as Lindsay gets on the board.
As they work it around to Hafner, he gets an open look, and that's what they need there.
Yeah, that's a very good shot by Hafner. You know, the mid-range game is going away a little bit. Some guys, it's still a terrific shot. Some guys, it's not. Hafner's a guy who can get to that free throw line area, elevates on it, shoots it both directions.
Wood misses the 3. Ball goes out of bounds back to Evansville. So the Aces down by 7.
Murray State again, the drop down to the big, buddy passes, we call it big to big, and it's not a great rotation by Evansville giving up that layup. Hughes back in the game, the rim protector. We're playing 2 bigs now. Evansville plays this way sometimes with Turnbull and Hughes on the court. Both can shoot it, both can score it inside, but their size difference is obvious. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Here is Hughes, backs in the defender and scores. Basket for Joshua Hughes.
A really good back down there. He can go over both right and left shoulder. You can see the size advantage he has. Murray State plays, you know, Applewhite's kind of a forward, not a big by any stretch, but they play mostly 4 guards. So we'll see if Evansville continues to go inside. Then
First basket for Hughes to go along with his 3 blocks and a rebound.
Yeah, Evansville got out of that zone, Tom. They didn't like that layup. They got up, and Harkin takes him off the dribble, makes one of his patented little floaters to get on the board.
19-12 here in Murray. Three ball.
Yep.
Yes, for Hafner.
He can get in the heat up. He's one guy. We talked about it early. Again, he's our bird watch player for Evansville, and I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive in the next 2 to 3 minutes. When he makes 1 or 2, he really looks for a shot, and because he can elevate so high, he can get it off almost at any time. But Evansville's got to find a way to guard man or zone. Not only are they giving up buckets, but they're giving up shots at the rim. That's a terrific left-handed finish by the left-handed big. It's odd to have 2 bigs that are both left-handed. Murray State does have that. One thing about Lindsey, though, Ellington is almost dominantly left-handed, right-shouldered. Lindsey can shoot it with both hands around the rim. Still a little better with that left. But he's such a talented player. Had, what do you have, 27 or something like that at MTSU?
What a luxury it is to have, as you said, someone to come off the bench for Ellington.
Yeah, they don't have to play different in any way. They still throw it in the post with both bigs. They don't play together at all yet. I don't know if that will change. Ellington's had some back issues early this year. It's really limited his time.
Pizzato makes his presence felt with a shot from long range. That's a 2 for Pizzato.
Yeah, you can see Evansville on the offensive end settling in, getting some better shots. Even though that was a tough shot, it's a shot inside their offense. Little Hughes, a little push in the back before the catch. I always love this when players are like, what? Huh? What?
What, me?
Well, I pushed him with 2 hands in the back.
You're right about Lindsey. Big game in Middle Tennessee. 27 points in that ball game. He's had 3 games in double figures.
Yeah, here we go. The ball's being passed in there, pushing with that little left hand. What? Huh?
You sure you called that on 11?
Yeah.
Steve Prohm watching as his Murray State team has had its lead shaved to 4.
Little high ball screen here, screen into the screen with some movement. Little flat ball screen, they call it, and let Woods make a play.
There's JaCobi Wood in the lane. Little floater, good.
Floater was not part of the game about 15 years ago, except for just a few guys. Now, almost every guard in college basketball has that shot. It's become a really good one.
Cuff with the miss. Up in the air. Still fighting for it. Gets it back. And Evansville down by 6. The drive for Hafner and gets it inside to Turnbull.
Hafner made that play with his penetration drop off, of course. And the hard closeout, because he's made 2 threes, allowed him to drive that thing left and get inside the paint.
So the Aces down 10 early have punched back. 4-point game again. And a big rebound underneath by guess who? Pizzato.
Yeah, length bobbed that shot. I thought I could hit on the arm. I told you Hafner was going to be aggressive.
Gets his own rebound and lays it in. Cam Hafner. And it's been trimmed to 2. And Evansville has stormed back into the game against Murray State.
How about the Aces' response? Down, what, 8-9 early? Cut it to 2. Hafner with the penetration. Drop off for the layup. And then we see Hafner again. Gets a shot, follows his miss. By the way, don't follow your miss, but it worked out there for Hafner.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait. Turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Great days start with great underwear, and Tommy John makes the greatest. We know that when you're free from distractions, anything is possible. That's why everything we make is meticulously crafted from breathable stretch fabric for the perfect fit, including our sleepwear that feels even softer than it looks. When you wake up to Tommy John, each day feels better than the last because greatness is in our very fabric. Go to TommyJohn.com now for up to 40% off site-wide.
Alexandre Pantoja, the best flyweight in the world.
Aya Sakura making his UFC debut.
We got 2 undefeated phenoms. Let's go. What a night.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
The SEC ACC Challenge, Thursday on ESPN.
Welcome back to Murray State. Let's review the Missouri Valley Conference standings as the league begins its 118th men's basketball conference schedule with tonight's games. And Drake off and running, coach, with a 7-0 record.
Tell you what, Ben McCollum comes in, follows up Darren DeVries' success. 7-0, we talked about it. They won their MTE multi-team event. Bradley, of course, picked to win the league. They're right up there. And then Belmont, Coach Alexander replaces his entire starting 5. They can still soar it. Gotten off to a great start. Evansville, 6 for their last 8. How do you cut into a lead? You go 6 for their last 8. See if Murray can pick it up on the defensive end and respond.
Murray State with a great start. Now this aggressive defense from David Ragland here in the half court.
Yeah, a timeout. Call a little trap the first ball screen. Now they get the ball in the post where they want it.
A 3 goes down from long distance from Kylan Milton.
Inside out, easiest three-point shot is the inside out. Milton has only shot the ball 29% from 3 recently. I'm sorry, this year, but that will go up. He's got a nice stroke. He shot it better in his career. Hard to trap the post against this Murray State team because not only can they score on the perimeter, but their bigs can pass. It's the old knee on the drive, little fall down there. Again, the ball goes in the post here. You'll see Pizzotto on this replay that I think we'll have. You'll see Pizzotto guard the ball. He kind of digs in the post, little kick out 3 to Milton. Knocks it down.
Yeah, Cuff looked like he slipped, and Steve Brome was protesting that call. Now here he is, one-on-one, banging in and an offensive foul. I mean, he threw the shoulder in, and down went Applewhite.
Yeah, that's the right call. Cuff, a lot of his game is the back down, but you can't go into the chest more than once. He goes 3 times. It's an easy call. We used to tell our post players you have to drive through their hips, not through their chest. You got to go through their shoulders. Too easy of a call, especially as the referee standing right there.
He also left the basketball for Applewhite. He caught it and tossed it back.
There you go.
Keep an eye on that.
Nice guy.
Yeah. Wood to Applewhite. There, you see, told you. Goes right in on him. I knew that was coming. Goes right in on him and knocks Cuff over and called for a travel. He remembered that.
I'm going to take one back. You got me, I'm going to get you. Good call by Garrett Maxwell. I've watched a lot of basketball this year, and I'm starting to wonder if they changed the traveling rules. A lot of guys getting away with travels to start their drives. You'll see feet shuffle, which, you know, I don't know if it's a big deal. A little running start on there by Appleton. But it's been a clean game so far, Tom. I mean, those 2 turnovers in a row prior to that. 1 turnover, 3 turnovers for the team. Both teams shooting over 50%. So it's been a very clean game to this point.
Evansville has committed 3 fouls. Murray State just 2. 5.5 to go before halftime. Pizzotto missing this time from that area. Ferguson now. Such a fun player to watch, A.J. Ferguson.
Yeah, you don't have to call plays for him. He finds ways to score.
Baseline drive, and a foul is called on Turnbull.
These closeouts are hard for these bigger, longer Evansville players in 4 guards on the court, especially when the ball swings from side to side, because you're going from a help position all the way at the midline to a closeout. It's a long closeout, much more difficult.
Turnbull in there, 6'10". Hughes sitting on the bench at the moment, 6'10". Ellington out there with Wood, as well as Harcum. Ferguson and Milton for Murray State. 3. Missed long by Harcum and corralled by Hafner. Evansville on the run with Cuff.
Cuff's kind of a point forward who really brings the ball to court, can really pass the ball, especially on the move. He's a unique player. Doesn't score a ton, but one of their most important players.
Hafner with the crossover and the miss. Rebound yanked down by Murray State's Wood.
Should have kept going, crossed him over, had the advantage. Could have got to the paint.
Look at this rebound underneath. It's Ferguson, and a foul is called.
Yeah, you called it, Ferguson. Fun to watch. Murray State's been on the boards a little bit more than they have coming into the game. Evansville not doing a great job of finding the body, even though they have size on him. Murray's gotten their hands on balls, got some offensive rebounds.
2 quick fouls on Turnbull. To the line, A.J. Ferguson with Murray State leading by 5.
Ferguson only 69% from the foul line so far this year.
Valley fans, while you're in town for Arch Madness, visit the home of the St. Louis Cardinals. Sports Stadium tours and the Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum just a few blocks away from Enterprise Center. Use promo code MVC25 for a special Valley discount on tours and museum visits all weekend long. To get your tickets, visit cardinals.com/tours. Murray State converting there with Ferguson, 28-21, the Racers lead. Ferguson with 5 points. Wood has 11 to lead Murray State. Pizzato now in the lane and in and out.
Big time move. He missed it barely, but drives it left. You can see Pizzato can drive both directions. That's a shot he's going to make most of the time. Good job by Evansville getting back in transition, getting the ball contained as we just see a foul inside by, I believe, it's Day. Just wrestling Ellington in the post. Ellington's a handful down there. He's physical on his post up before the catch. Trying to get deep position because he's so good over that right shoulder. They just gets caught using his hands a little too much there.
Evansville has not led in this game. Got it as close as 2, trailing by 7.
Coach Crone calls the play out of bounds. We'll double screen, we'll curl that, come back to it. Travel again. A running start.
Ferguson with the violation there. Murray State on top by 7.
Now is the perfect time to get away during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With 0 payments for 90 days on select models. Plus, every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Hurry to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event before this great offer ends.
To your roots, to honor and nurture them, to remember how it all started, and let that help build the future. Because we know a strong future is built on a solid past, and that past promises mean future follow-through. You can trust us to protect what you grow, build, own, and value. Trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual.
It begins here as the Missouri Valley Conference conducts its 35th Men's Basketball Championship in downtown St. Louis. Stay with your team at its assigned hotel and experience Arch Madness at Enterprise Center as 12 Valley schools look to capture the league's automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Conveniently located near attractions like the Gateway Arch, City Museum, and Ballpark Village, side of the MVC Fan Hangout, team properties plus the Arch Madness Tournament headquarters at Union Station offer Valley rates to fans wishing to follow their schools all the way to the MVC Championship ground. Start planning your Arch Madness experience or your next trip to St. Louis by calling 1-800-916-0041 or visiting ExploreSt.Louis.com.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Murray State and Evansville. Stay tuned for our halftime report, a presentation of State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We'll have a feature on Tanner Cuff. And Dan Muller and I will go through the halftime stats and highlights. Murray State leading 28-21. I'm Tom Ackerman along with the coach, and we have a great crew with us throughout the season. There's Steve Brome in this conference opener. Love when the Valley does this, these conference games in early December. And they get back to non-conference and get at it right around New Year's.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the early conference games. Reminds me of my playing days. Evansville hadn't scored the ball in over 3 minutes at this point. Once they cut it to 2, Murray stepped up their defensive intensity. Forced another tough shot there from Hafner. Guarded the play out of the timeout extremely well. Switched out on Hafner. Forced a tough shot as that ball caroms out of bounds for another OB under.
That went off the leg of Michael Day. Right now Bradley is taking it to Southern Illinois. 44-30 is the score there in Carbondale just before halftime.
Bradley's got a team. Coach Wardle's done such an unbelievable job there, especially recently with the consistent success. And I had a coach tell me, you know, they're Bradley. They know who they are. Terrific finish by Wood. But Bradley's the preseason favorite. 44 of the votes, and they should be. It'll be a tough match this year.
This Murray State team did receive 1 first-place vote in the preseason voting. Finished 3rd in that preseason poll. Here is Hafner for Evansville. Can't get that one to go off the glass.
And in order for Evansville to beat good teams on the road, Hafner and Pizzato, who you can see they're their most talented offensive players, you know, got to make a high percentage of those kind of difficult shots, which we saw right there.
Ellington unable to keep it alive. It went off him last.
Comer coming back in. Comer's a guy who can get in the heat up. He's a high attempts guy in some games. Good a play call from Coach Ragland here. It's a big last 2.5 minutes right here if you're Evansville. Is this lead going to extend to double digits, or are you going to cut into it?
Evansville's gone cold here for their last 5 and a scoring drought of 4.5 minutes.
Back down here from Cuff.
Cuff against Ferguson, and they get it outside to Comer. Comer with the mid-range jumper won't go.
Terrific defense. Since Evansville cut it to 2, Murray's defense has their intensity's just picked up. They forced tough shots. They stopped the ball, kept the ball out of the paint. Forced a really tough shot there from Comer.
Wood guarded by Hafner. And a foul is called on Cam Hafner.
Not in the bonus yet. Hafner was guarding up, but he was allowed a little bit of freedom there from hands. Had to call that one. Oh, 1-1.
That is 7 on Evansville. So in the bonus, here is JaCobi Wood. Wood with 13 points to lead all scorers. Make it 14 when the NBC TV network crew travels to campus and considers these properties home when traveling to league cities for NBC competition or with youth sports teams. Please call or visit the websites of these properties when making plans to follow your favorite team away from home. JaCobi Wood with 15 first-half points.
Yeah, he's been good, hasn't he?
And this defense is locked in. This 9-0 run for Murray State, a scoring drought of over 5 minutes for Evansville, and a foul called. It's Milton whistled for that foul.
Yeah, same call as the other end. You talked about it, but this little run here they've been on has been because of their defensive intensity. Murray getting stops, getting out in transition, getting the foul line right there.
That was only the 3rd team foul on Murray State. Cuff out to Day. Pizzato. And somehow he was able to keep his dribble and got fouled. Wow.
That was good. Those long arms there kept that ball. Almost got it poked away there by, I think it was Woods, might have been Milton. Little skip pass out of the post from Cuff, got him in rotations. Yeah, Milton keeps that thing.
Pizzato played in the NBA Global Academy in Australia. Mentioned the U18 European Championship for Italy. His athletic ability and his ability to play multiple positions, very attractive to Evansville. And now certainly everybody has their eyes on Gabriel Pizzato. It was associate head coach Craig Snow who recruited Pizzato heavily, made the connection.
Yeah, he's impressive. His demeanor, the way he moves, basketball IQ clearly high, and just his ability to handle the ball with both hands, go both directions, and control the ball with through contact.
First miss from the line. He's 3 of 4. Lindsay with the handoff, gets it back from Wood and can't get it to go. Contact, no foul. Here comes Evansville the other way with Comer.
They need a bucket here in transition if they can. They've struggled to score in half court.
0 for their last 6 from the floor, and a foul is called on the drive by Comer.
Yeah, so you're allowed to jump straight up in the air. Lindsay kind of turned his body. You saw on one end, Evansville doesn't get called because it's called verticality. You can jump to the ceiling with your hands straight up. If you start turning your body sideways, or they call it point A to point B, or you move front or side to side, it's supposed to be a foul right there. Lindsay was on the move, turned his body. Comer jumps into him, initiates the contact, but still gets the foul. Evansville needs a stop and a bucket. We'll see if Coach Prom here goes for the old 2-for-1. Not a real popular thing in college basketball, but the timing is good. If you can shoot the ball, now it doesn't look like they're going for it.
9-point lead for Murray State. Led by double digits early. And a foul is called. Looks like got poked in the eye there. That's Harcum.
These middle ball screens, which Billy Donovan probably was on the forefront of the ball screen revolution back in early 2000s. Anyway, right now so many teams focus on middle third ball screens.
Harcum trying to get that contact lens back in. Yeah, no, you're right.
And Murray's got enough guys. You get that middle third ball screen at the top of the key, and they've been really effective because they have two bigs that can roll, a little short roll, and handle the ball and score and kick it out. And then of course they have guards like Harcum and Wood who can create for themselves.
Well, they are going to be tough to handle. The clear top of the conference right now, Bradley and Drake. So watch out for this team. And again, this building, which has seen the likes of Ja Morant, Popeye Jones, and I mean, you name them from the last several decades. A fan base that travels, a fan base that is loud and proud, this blue and gold fan base. And they are going to renovate this building, scheduled within the next year, and then a 2026-27 debut. And that renovation is funded. They're going to start the bidding process, and it will be perhaps a more intimate setting for the fans, a little bit closer to the court, more luxurious, trying to keep up with the times with fan amenities and perhaps some, VIP seating, concession areas as well. And it is big time college basketball. Even now, not renovated. I mean, you walk in here, you feel it. And who hasn't seen a Murray State game on TV with the stars that they've had?
Yeah, when I was at Illinois State, we had series. They were not in the conference, of course, at that time, home and home. So we played here 2 or 3 times. And the first time you walk in, it feels like a Missouri Valley facility already, as you talked about, Tom. I've seen renderings of their future renovation and VIP seats, maybe a club lounge, and 26, 27. I talked to Coach Prom about it. He's very excited about the commitment to the program and what this renovation could mean. But Murray State proud basketball tradition, and they welcome now third-year member, I believe, the Valley.
The CFSB Center seats 8,600 currently. Seconds ticking away here. Comer slices in, and it will go on the tip-in. The basket good by Cuff. The second half, it is Cuff, it is Comer, and here we go. Steve Prohm, the head coach of the Racers, looking on anxiously as this first 4 minutes of the second half will tell us a lot about both teams. Cuff guarded by Ferguson. Hughes for three. And a rebound. Pizzato came up with the loose ball.
That was the play call coming out of halftime. A three fade for Hughes. Offensive rebound by Pizzato. See if Aces again can strike first.
Hafner back to Hughes. Ball is knocked away cleanly and last touched by Evansville.
Terrific pocket pass there and great catch by Hughes. Just go straight up with that. Sometimes shot faking around the rim gets you in more trouble than it's worth. Use your length. Go right up with it.
Hughes with 3 blocks in the first half. He has 2 points, 2 rebounds. Murray State leading scorers JaCobi Wood lit him up for 15 in the first half.
Murray tried to run a play to get the ball there to Ellington. If not, they're always going to go to some ball screen action, some spread offense. You get in that middle third area. Can you help? You got shooters on all sides. And it just leaves so much space open for talented offensive players like Harkin to get to the rim.
This is Hughes. Now to Comer. Met there by Harkin. And they work it back outside. Cuff to Comer. And a foul on the baseline with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, just got his body turned a little bit for that foul. Harkin here late in the clock, little ball screen. You don't want to help too much. You got shooters right outside of you, but you got to help more than that. Stop the ball.
Can Evansville climb back into this? Down 10 at the moment. Pizzato with the miss and the rebound to Harkin.
I'm really impressed with Murray State's defense the last 12 or so minutes since they cut it to 2. Evansville cut it to 2. They're forcing tough shots. It's not like Evansville missing open ones.
This is Comer on the other end, throws it down, gets some elevation, and Comer with the jam.
Okay, I see you, fella. Little quick hands, finish and elevate over the big guy.
He was a 3-star recruit out of the state of Indiana, the 40th ranked point guard in America. Little pocket pass to Ellington and count the basket. Ellington is on the board after being held scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, that's Evansville. You got to get flood the strong side. It's a clear side and weak side ball screen with 3 on the opposite side. As we see quick hands that lead to this transition dunk by Comer. He goes up. You think he's going to lay it in, but he turns it over. But on this ball screen, you got to get to the weak side. You got to flood the strong side. You're too worried about guys outside the 3-point line, especially when you have 3 guys over there. 2 can guard 3. So that shouldn't happen. I'm sure Coach Ragland will talk about that out of the timeout.
Ellington completes the 3-point play. 11-point game here in Murray.
And you kind of take away the possible momentum of that dunk when you go to the other end. Not only you score, but you stop the play with the foul line. Terrific block here. They're dangerous in transition. They're going to push it, spread it, try to get to the paint, make a play.
So many options, this quick Murray State team. Ellington, that one is swatted away by Comer. Recovered by Turnbull, and here comes Pizzato.
Pizzato's got to stay aggressive. First conference game, just a little bit different than what he's used to as a freshman. Stay aggressive, figure it out.
There he is, Pizzato for 3, and can't make this one either. He is now 0 for 2 from 3 this half.
Just a little short on both of those.
Harkin controlling it and can't get it to fall. Tapped away. Here's Cuff. He has Pizzato. He'll take it himself. Cuff lays it in. And Evansville with the big basket there just to calm things down and get it to 9.
We see Evansville scoring in transition because they're struggling so much in the half court. But getting that ball in transition has allowed them to get to the rim.
Wood, 15 in the first half and missing there. And keeping it alive, it'll be Murray State ball. Last touched by Hafner.
Milton has gotten his hand on a lot of offensive rebounds. He's only credited for 1 so far in the game, but he's tipped a lot of balls, 2 or 3. Terrific hustle. You see that ball goes off half, and a great job by the camera crew. Gives him another possession here with 20 seconds on the clock.
Hafner tried to sell it there, could not. It stays here with Murray State.
Again, for Evansville, all coaches separate games into quote-unquote 4-minute games because there's media timeouts. And so you've got one more stretch here until the first media timeout. Came out of half down 8. You want to cut that. Okay, so these possessions are really big because they're all little games. So if you can get a stop in a bucket, which is terrific. Oh! Must have got hit on the head there. Dave from behind. Another great drop-down pass. Penetration to the paint. I thought he got it clean. Let's see here on the replay. Oh, hits him on the arm on the follow through.
So Ellington, who completed a 3-point play earlier, goes to the free throw line again. Nick Ellington, the 6'7" senior out of St. Louis. And he has made both of his free throw attempts. Arch Madness 2025 tips off March 6th through the 9th. The only place to celebrate before and after all the action at Enterprise Center is the MVC Fan Hangout at Ballpark Village. For all you need to know about the Fan Hangout, download the Arch Madness app presented by Great Southern Bank. The miss there for Ellington. Rebounded by Comer, and here come the Aces. They are down by 10 and a foul away from the basket. And it's going to be called on Milton.
I really like Milton's defensive stance. He moves his feet well. He fights, tried to fight over that ball screen right there. Got called for the foul, the right call, but you can tell he knows how to get through, navigate screens. You can see he's on Posada. He's got good size for him. Got a chance to be a great defender for the Racers.
Cuff backing in and scoring over Ferguson.
Yeah, and that's what he does. He scores in the post. He facilitates. That's Cuff, that is. He can go over both shoulders, prefers the left little jump hook with his right hand. He's got to stay aggressive in that post. Coach Rags calls plays for him consistently down there.
UE hanging around here, the Aces. Milton, tough 2 inside for Kylan Milton.
Milton, slasher, physicality, you can see it with him. He's got great body control, but also, as we talked about, two-way player on the other end. It's a great finish.
Tough going to work on Ferguson again and score, and he's feeling it in that matchup.
You can see Tommy got that charge early. He's not banging in the chest anymore. Just backing you down slowly. Can't call the charge, but still can get to a spot.
That was against Alden Applewhite in the first half, and then Applewhite plowed him over on the next possession and got called for a travel. 8-point game. Evansville hanging around against Murray State.
Now is the perfect time to get away during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With 0 payments for 90 days on select models. Plus, every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Hurry to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event before this great offer ends. Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
2 elite conferences loaded with talent on the spotlight. Let's go! Which side will shine the brightest? Are you not entertained? And whose legend will grow? Spectacular! The SEC ACC Challenge, Thursday on ESPN.
We interrupt with an important announcement. The Simpsons Fun Day Football is coming to Springfield on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Monday, Bart and the Bengals face off against Homer and the Cowboys in primetime. Football fans and Simpsons nerds finally come together to watch the game live from Springfield. Watch The Simpsons Fun Day Football between the Bengals and the Cowboys. Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus.
Hey, college basketball fans.
Andrea Carter here.
Jay Billis here.
To remind you that your favorite teams and conferences
Are on ESPN Plus.
If you love college basketball like me and the Billustrator,
Then it's time to get in the game and sign up to ESPN Plus.
you get a stellar slate of in-conference games
Including the Big 12, Atlantic 10, and many more.
that will feel like March.
We got to go to work.
Sign up now and catch your favorite teams.
Hey, college basketball fans.
Your favorite teams and conferences
Are on ESPN Plus.
You get a stellar slate of in-conference games
Including the Big 12, Atlantic 10, and many more.
Sign up now and catch your favorite teams.
Farm MVC Scholar Athlete of the Game is Murray State's Mary Hardy, a junior forward from Baldwin, Missouri in St. Louis. Hardy led the Racers with 7 goals, 14 points in 2024. A 2-time MVC Scholar Athlete choice, Hardy, who has a 4.0 cumulative GPA in Civil and Sustainability Engineering, earned 2024 first-team All-MVC honors. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Congratulations to Mary, and congratulations to whoever hit that shot at halftime.
Well, halftime.
During the timeout.
Half-court timeout shot there with, I don't know, a student from the crowd had some flip-flops on, or I don't know what those are called, Birkenstock, something like that. With the socks, of course, because it is cold outside. Knocks it down from half court. I hope he won $1 million. I don't think that's what he won, but pretty cool.
I hope he won something. He won a great memory, that's for sure. They do a good job here at Murray State with the in-game entertainment.
Oh, yeah. I love the timeout stuff. You never watch that when you're playing and coaching, so I get to watch it now.
That's right.
Dances and contests. I always enjoy it.
There's a strip inside and back to Evansville. They're down 8. Hafner gets blocked out of bounds. Ferguson with the athletic play.
By the way, Tom, before we keep going here, the Scholar Athlete, I always love seeing that too. Something I didn't usually get to see, but the Scholar Athlete, different students, athletes from different sports, celebrating their success on and off the court or field, as we see it. Steal from Milton there, transition bucket. But love seeing the Scholar Athletes in the Valley. Great hands there by Milton, or Ferguson. Not sure who got the tip or who it was, but I just know Milton finished with the dunk.
Big time dunk there, and the steal was actually caused by Milton.
Okay.
He got it done. Turnbull comes up way short there. And Murray State feeling some momentum. It's a 10-point game.
Danger zone right here.
Here is Wood. Blocked. Oh, what a block inside by Turnbull.
Length is really paying off for the Aces, as you can see around the rim. That's got to be their 6th block of the game. Still have to figure out how to score on this end in the half court. They've scored in transition. Cuffing the post is the only way they've scored it in the second half in the half court.
Finds Turnbull inside. They do have some size, don't they?
Cuffing the post created that shot also. Murray came with the double with the big. Turnbull cuts to the rim. Gets a nice pass. I would guess that Coach Ragland continues to go to cuffing the post to create offense, whether it's for himself or others.
Cuff is a tough matchup. He's 6'7". He's really a guard, but can play the post. And he has some ability inside and outside. Good reverse layup there by Lindsey.
There's that weak side or open side ball screen again. We just call it 3 away because 3 offensive players are on the opposite side. You just got to flood the strong side on the defensive end. Evansville's got to make that adjustment. Too many easy layups on that type of offense.
Back to 10, and it's an 8-point game. Posado gets fouled on the attempt. He scores and will go to the line.
Both Evansville bigs can really pass it. Turnbull and Hughes hits guys on in back cuts. They're both really good passers. We saw that little pocket pass again. Flood that side. We missed the pass there from Turnbull, but a back cut from Posado. Catches that ball, gathers himself, gets the and one, chance to cut it to 7, which would be the closest they had at this half.
Gabriel Posado, the freshman from Italy, and misses his second free throw miss there. Posado's now 3 for 5 from the line. He has 7 points tonight. The lead is 8 for Murray State.
Wood, who has not come out of the game yet, floor general, and point guard, a lot of minutes, calls the plays, orchestrates. That's a set play for Harper to shoot that 3 usually. They've got 2 or 3 of those for him.
And tumbling over the bench And flying out of sight. Hope everything is okay there.
Yeah, Lindsey kind of fell awkwardly. Through the bench, I think would be correct by those two guys. Both Lindsey and who was the other one that went flying over there? Was that Ferguson? And I think Lindsey just fell awkward and hit one of those seats. Those seats are hard unless you fall on those cushions. You get a big body like that.
Not doing great over there as they help him to his feet.
Yeah, he'll be okay again. Probably just a little back bruise. And, you can see him holding his back. Shake that thing off. And it's one thing when you're running into a bench, another thing when you got 220 pounds on you. He tries to save the ball, gets a little push, but he just kind of hits those seats. The other thing is when that court drops off, that's a kind of sharp edge that you can hurt yourself right on the edge of that court, usually landing on concrete. But again, he's fine.
Turnbull to Comer. And Comer can't hit the shot. Here is Applewhite. Out to Ferguson, picked up by Pizzato. Attacking Harcum and comes up empty. Pizzato now. And Pizzato takes a tumble as he's fouled.
A little frustration foul out by Ferguson. Hands by Comer, strips that ball in penetration. First State staff felt like got fouled on that penetration, but Evansville continuing to be aggressive in transition when they can and either get buckets or fouls.
That foul on Ferguson is his first. Team foul number 4 this half for Murray State. 3 fouls this half for Evansville, and now a double dribble is called.
Really good defense right there by Harcum out of bounds. It was a clear out, a little pop out of bounds under for Comer. What a slice cut to clear out that right side. Harcum did a great job cutting him off. That ball kind of, I think, hit his body, and that's a double dribble. If you have the ball in your hand and it hits your body at the same time, it just grazes your hand. It is a double dribble. Ray Maxwell on that play.
Bradley's up 21 at Southern Illinois, 65-44 with 11:46 to go. We're at 11:46 here, and it's a tight game, 8 points. And tipped in by Lindsey, who was plowing through the bench moments ago. He is back in there and scoring.
Yeah, Harcum draws. Turnbull, who tries to block that shot. Lindsey gets the easy tip in because of the soft shot off the rim by Harcum, as we see Halfman hitting his patented 18-foot pull-up.
And keeps this game manageable for Evansville, 47-39. Murray State, they have led throughout.
Yeah, you said it, Tom. It's manageable. It stayed right around 10-7 for the last 15 minutes.
Harcum, and there to protect the rim is Turnbull, and he goes flying into the first row.
What a block for the Aces. That's 6 on the game. As we go to break here, we see Harcum with the drive. Turnbull tries to help. Little tip in from Lindsey. Halfman comes back. Pull up fade. That is 8.
This is a nightmare.
Someone called for a nightmare? Hang on. That's your nightmare? Some roof damage? I'm a professional. I deal with real nightmares. You just need to sing the State Farm jingle.
State Farm jingle?
Do it!
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm can help with your claim. We're here when you need us.
Great. Can you get rid of it?
Ooh, who we getting rid of? Wait.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It begins here as the Missouri Valley Conference conducts its 35th Men's Basketball Championship in downtown St. Louis. Stay with your team at its assigned hotel and experience Arch Madness at Enterprise Center as 12 Valley schools look to capture the league's automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Conveniently located near attractions like the Gateway Arch, City Museum, and Ballpark Village, side of the MVC Fan Hangout, team properties plus the Arch Madness Tournament headquarters at Union Station offer Valley rates to fans wishing to follow their schools all the way to the MVC Championship crown. Start planning your Arch Madness experience or your next trip to St. Louis by calling 1-800-916-0041 or visiting ExploreSt.Louis.com.
Since 1991, St. Louis has served as the gateway to the best men's basketball tournament, Arch Madness. Experience buzzer beaters, madness, and Missouri Valley Conference glory. And it begins here. The 2025 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, presented by Credit Union 1 and Great Southern Bank, tips off March 6th through the 9th. Celebrate 35 years of Arch Madness. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
Tonight's Missouri Valley Conference scores and schedule, a presentation of Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Contact a Grinnell Mutual agent near you for all your home, farm, auto, or business needs. Bradley taking it to Southern Illinois, 68-46. Zach Montgomery has 21 points, Dan.
He's a talented player. Transferred away to Rhode Island, came back to the Braves. Had a very good start, Bradley, on good teams. But impressive opening night for the Braves as they try to defend their title from last year.
What a team they have with Duke Dean and Adlison and Montgomery, and Darius Hannah is still with them. It is a heck of a team for Brian Worrell. Big block here. Evansville is in this game.
Evansville 6 for their last 8 since they went into cup in the post. They haven't cut in the lead because they also are giving up buckets, but they have found ways to score on the half court.
Comer can't make that. Cuff tries to keep it alive. Lindsay keeps it alive for Murray State. Applewhite near steal there by Pizzato. And this is a steal by Comer. 2-on-1. He has Pizzato and lays it in for Evansville to cut this lead to 6.
It's a game here, Tom. I figured it would be. The half court we just talked about, Evansville has been better, but their transition offense off steals and some longer misses has also given them an offensive opportunity. And sometimes you just need to see that ball go in.
And a foul is called there.
Block shots.
Wood was trying to attack.
Yeah, block shots have been a big deal for the Aces here. This block led to a bucket. That's Comer's quick hands. Maybe the third or fourth time he's got hands on ball. They have him down for 3 steals at this point.
Trent Hundley called for the foul for Evansville. Now Wood will bring it out for Murray State. Trying to figure out a way to attack this Evansville defense that on the interior has been very tough around the rim. Applewhite back out to Wood. He'll take a 3 and buries it for Murray State.
First points in the second half for Wood. I thought he should have shot the first one out of the pass. He takes a side dribble, tougher shot, knocks down his second 3 of the game. But again, those are his first points in the second half. Let's see if it gets him going a little bit.
Turnbull holding. Comer driving. Comer in on 2 racers and scores.
That's
wow.
a tough finish by Comer. He's showing some athleticism around the rim a couple plays. Lindsay, he's going to try to get a bucket here. He hasn't got one up. He's really good around that rim. Good defense by Turnbull.
Turnbull hanging with him, and now a foul is called against Murray State. And it's going to be on Lindsay.
Again, length around the rim has helped Evansville. With Lindsay, Comer takes this thing in. That is a tough finish as he hangs in the air, shoots the ball on the way down. It's really difficult to shoot the ball on the way down. I know that kind of sounds weird, but it's a skill and a talent. That was a great finish.
And here's why Turnbull is getting so much time. Hughes has 3 fouls. Day has 4 fouls. And that's a 3 ball that goes down, and Evansville has taken a big chunk out of this lead. It is now down to 4 on a 3 by Turnbull.
That's the second or third 3-point attempt by Turnbull. Hughes has tried a couple. First one to go down, but a big one as Evansville cuts it to 4 and has the momentum here at Murray State.
You've chosen Polestar 3 because, of course you have. Now comes the difficult but still fun part, choosing the colors. Now the matching upholstery. Side note, they all match. And the packs, don't forget the packs. The Napa upgrade, plus Pilot Pro and Performance packs. Anything less would be uncivilized. Hang on, where are the valve caps? Visit your local Polestar space to test drive.
Our generation isn't turning away from the world's problems. Watch us fly ahead, rise to every challenge, and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Surprise! Wayfair's Cyber Week sale is back for an encore. It's your last chance to get up to 70% off furniture, holiday decor, and more at Wayfair's lowest prices of the year. Shop Cyber Week now.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hey, college basketball fans.
Your favorite teams and conferences
Are on ESPN+.
You get a stellar slate of in-conference games,
Including the Big 12, Atlantic 10, and many more.
Sign up now and catch your favorite teams.
For the love of Fußball, derbies, ultras, and Humba. And every match on ESPN+.
Nothing like in the Bundesliga.
For the love of braces and hat-tricks.
With a belter!
Belters and wonder goals.
Oh, it's a wonder goal!
Number 9s and the Torschützenkönig. For the love of the Invincibles.
Leverkusen, unbeaten champions.
For the love of Bundesliga. Exclusively on ESPN+.
2 elite conferences loaded with talent on the spotlight.
Let's go!
Which side will shine the brightest?
Are you not entertained?
And whose legend will grow?
Spectacular!
The SEC-ACC Challenge, Thursday on ESPN.
The Arch Madness app, presented by Great Southern Bank, is the official app of the 2025 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament. The app has all the information you need to plan your trip to St. Louis, including the tournament schedule, tickets, hotel accommodations, and special events during Arch Madness. Visit archmadness.com or download the Arch Madness app on your Android or iOS device. It'll be here before you know it. 3 months away from Arch Madness in downtown St. Louis. As we start the conference season, Murray State leading Evansville by just 4. UE's hit 3 of its last 3.
Coach Fromm calls a timeout. Evansville switches up from man to zone. Out of the timeout, gets another deflection by Turnbull. Another chance for transition. Oh! Pizzotto goes up from about 4 steps out the lane. He tries to finish it, but misses. That would have been a big finish there. Evansville back in man defense, but Evansville's getting deflections. Murray's got to take care of the ball, causing them issues.
Evansville with some juice right now. They are pumped and they are playing very alert defense, creating turnovers, and they have caught Murray State just about 50-46.
20 seconds on the clock. Murray's running. Oh,
Ferguson blocked by Cuff, and they put hands on it. They call a jump ball.
Possession Murray. I've got that down for the 8th block. 8th block of the game by the Aces. We talked about their length. It's just really caused problems for the Racers as we go into the under 8 media timeout 4-point game.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Oh no, I can't believe it. I'm happy, 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 yeah. Ain't nothing gonna wipe this smile from off my face. Ain't nothing gonna bring me down. No, no way. I'm happy, 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 yeah. I'm happy, 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 yeah. I'm happy, 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 yeah. I'm happy, happy, I'm happy, happy, I'm happy, happy, happy.
Since 1907, we've been One Valley, united institutions with common goals, breaking down barriers and building up communities, and nurturing the next generation of leaders who care about more than just wins. MVC student athletes are leaving a lasting impact in the places they call home by sharing diverse perspectives and fostering a climate of unity for future Valley pioneers. We are One Valley.
It's more than an attraction. It's a destination.
Spend a day doing it all.
Can we go for a ride? That's amazing! So where's this?
It's all here at St. Louis Union Station.
Plan your visit at stlouisunionstation.com.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Register to win an Arch Madness VIP package, including all session tickets to the State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, hotel accommodations, and tickets to St. Louis area attractions. Visit explorestlouis.com/MVC contest for complete details. With Dan Muller, I'm Tom Ackerman. We're in Murray, Kentucky. Murray State leading Evansville by 4 at the 8-minute mark.
Murray State with 6 turnovers in these first 12 minutes, Tom, has really given Evansville opportunities in transition along with those block shots.
8 block shots for Evansville in this game, and now they throw it away, and Turnbull has been everywhere in the post for Evansville.
Yeah, he's been great. A 7th turnover. Not what you want if you're Coach Chrome out of that timeout. 4-point game. Got a chance to cut it to 1 possession here.
Cuff to Turnbull, who just hit a 3, and misses there on the left side of the rim, and Wood comes up with a rebound. Here comes Ferguson. Quickly up the floor they go. Into the lane goes Applewhite, and he's fouled.
Didn't love that shot. I know Turnbull just made one a couple minutes ago. A different in-flow shot. Applewhite has a chance to get on the board. 0 points to this point. 2 free throws.
Turnbull came into the game 4 of 8 from 3. He's 1 of 4 today. 2025 St. Louis Cardinals season just around the corner. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours at cardinals.com. Applewhite makes the free throw. So Alden Applewhite and Murray State leading Evansville by 5.
Yeah, if you're Murray State right now, you just don't feel like you're in rhythm. It's hard to be in rhythm when you turn the ball over so much, but there's no offensive rhythm like you had going into the second half. I'm sorry, going into halftime. And so taking care of the ball is going to be critical. Of course, trying not to get your shot blocked so consistently. Kick the ball out if there's bodies around the paint, as we see good defense by Wood. Transition here. Harkham struggling to score 2 for 8 for the game.
Foul called as Wood was trying to create some offense and got hit on the arm. Foul called on Hundley.
And even that right there had a little ball deflected, bobbled it, almost double dribbled it.
That's the 4th foul on Hundley.
Turnbull gets a break. Hughes back in. Wood at the line for 1 and 1.
4 fouls on Day, 4 fouls on Hundley. Hughes in the game. He has 3 fouls. Gets a rebound right there. Boy, these possessions for Murray State are becoming more and more important in this 5-point game.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. They let, or not let, Evansville hung around at 8 for so long.
How about the look from Bozzato to Hughes?
Hughes right off the bench with a great catch and left-handed finish. 1 possession game for the first time in a long time.
Lofting it inside. Ellington can't get it to go. It's on the floor. Ellington trying to get it back. And it's going to go to Evansville. The Aces have come alive here in the second half. They've outscored Murray State by 5, and they trail by just 3 with 6:22 to go.
Hughes checks into the game. Pizzato, you see coming off this little ball screen, makes a terrific pass, but a great catch and finish by Hughes. Then Hughes comes down and blocks Ellington by Pizzato from behind. First to the floor, Cuff jumps on the ground, calls a timeout for a 30-second timeout. But Evansville right now is the aggressor around the rim. That would be their 9th block of the game. 9's a lot. Murray, no offensive flow with 7 turnovers in the second half. They're missing free throws. They're getting shots blocked around the rim. And so Murray's just got to be able to move that ball a little bit. I don't think they're moving it as well as they were in the first half when they're playing well. That ball's sticking a little bit. And then when you get to the rim, if you got a 6'11" guy around the rim, you just got to kick that thing out and trust your teammates. Evansville's just got to keep doing what they're doing. Let's see what Coach Radlin draws up out of the timeout. I'm going to say either Cuff back in the post or something for Pizzato. I'm sorry.
There is Pizzato. He's guarded by Milton. Here is Hughes against Ellington. Hughes one-on-one with Ellington, and a foul is called on Ellington.
Hughes is a skilled big, and so when you have good ball skill, you can back guys down easier even if you're not stronger. Ellington just gets 2 hands on the ball. And when you're guarding a guy that can back you down like Cuff or Hughes, it's just difficult to stop him without fouling unless you have somebody digging down. So we'll see if Murray State does that.
Ellington's 3rd foul. A near steal by Ferguson. And last touched, Cuff.
Good call, Ferguson, with a much-needed deflection. That ball goes off Cuff. Oh, Cuff should have went after that ball. I think he just hoped the ref didn't see it. I thought he had a chance to save it, but terrific hands by Ferguson. Again, can Murray State get the ball moving a little bit more like they were early, get that ball popping, cause Evansville to get in rotation, and then, of course, take advantage of something that they do call a play for Harkin, who makes a terrific 3 from the baseline. He said Coach Prome's got about 3 or 4 plays that they run for Harkin, 4 threes. That was one of them. Harkin struggling in this game. Only 2 for 8 before that shot, but a huge shot by Harkin.
54-48. Hafner hits the 3 for Evansville.
Coach Ragland calls up the play. I'll see your play call. Runs Hafner off a flare screen, then comes right back to a rescreen. Hits a tough running 3. But a big-time shot by Hafner. We got ourselves a game here, Coach.
Both teams in the bonus. Murray State's next foul will be their 7th as a team. Evansville has 7. Here's Wood. He hits a 3. JaCobi Wood dials it up from long distance.
All of a sudden, we got an offensive explosion. They go under that ball screen. Wood's good enough to pop from behind it. Another. Every shot's big right now. Back to a 6-point lead.
Wound up here in Murray. Hughes against the smaller JaCobi Wood, and a foul is called in the lane.
I thought that help came a little bit late. You got to go down and dig that out a little bit sooner, especially when you get back down with the guard. But we'll see again the 3-point skill from both teams, back-to-back threes. Hafner coming off that single down screen, elevates, knocks down a big-time shot. And again, Wood, he go under the ball screen. He decides to pop from behind. It's about the 3rd or 4th time he's done that in this game. To go back up 6.
It's Hughes. And very important free throws here. Our next NBC TV network production will be tomorrow night. Dan Muller and I will be there as Belmont hosts Illinois State at the Curb Event Center in Nashville. Our coverage begins at 6 p.m. Central, a little earlier than tonight on most of these stations, nationally on ESPN+. Second one for Hughes, and he delivers. It's a 4-point game with 4:44 to go. Get your popcorn, buckle in. Valley basketball on December 3rd.
Back to their zone. Comer didn't know it, but he's back in it. Let's see. Coach Prome's got a lot of plays. Catch the ball at the elbow and try to make plays. A little dive action there. Ooh, another deflection. Turnovers are killing the Racers in the second half.
Another turnover. Unbelievable. Here comes Evansville again. 57-53. They have not led in this game.
Evansville just needs to trust their offense, continue to move that thing.
Hafner to Cuff. Looks up at the shot clock. It's now down to 5. Pizzato lets it go. Hits the 3! Oh my goodness! An unbelievable shot from Pizzato and cuts the lead to 1.
Let me just make the toughest shot of the day for myself. I've missed some open ones. At the buzzer, fading to his right, cuts it to 1. Great defense. Nothing you can do about that, but tip your cap to a big-time player.
3.5 to go. Wood to Lindsay. He has Hughes towering over him and blocks it. Another block for Hughes.
Kick that out. That was the same open side ball screen. They get the ball. Lindsay bobbled it. He had a chance to go straight up. Because of that, Hughes recovers with their 10th block of the game, I believe. Evansville's moving with a lot more speed and crispness on the offensive end as they've found ways to score. Comer takes a step back.
Can't get that to go, but the rebound by Hughes. Out to Hafner. And a rebound by Harcum on the miss.
As you said, Tom, Evansville has not led this game. That was a chance to get the lead for the first time. Crowd's into it. Murray's got to execute, move that thing, trust each other, but they cannot continue to take shots around the rim with their length. Kick that thing out, get them in rotation.
Murray State has led for 36 minutes and counting. They lead by just a point. Wood bounce pass. It is off Evansville on the baseline, and Hafner desperately tried to keep it alive.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Wood had the baseline drift pass. He decided to throw the difficult one. Luckily, ball gets tipped out of bounds for 2 seconds. But we see Pizzato, the skill from the freshman, hit the fadeaway 3 to cut it to 1.
You've chosen Polestar 3 because, of course you have. Now comes the difficult but still fun part, choosing the colors. Now the matching upholstery. Side note, they all match. And the packs, don't forget the packs. The Napa upgrade, plus Pilot Pro and Performance packs. Anything less would be uncivilized. Hang on, where are the valve caps? Visit your local Polestar space to test drive.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Time out!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
And call a timeout
On hate. Together. Together.
Two elite conferences loaded with talent on the spotlight.
Let's go!
Which side will shine the brightest?
Are you not entertained?
And whose legend will grow?
Spectacular.
The SEC-ACC Challenge, Thursday on ESPN.
A December pay-per-view to remember.
What a night.
Alexandre Pantoja, the best flyweight in the world.
Kai Asakura making his UFC debut.
Vicious strikers. We got 2 undefeated phenoms. Let's go.
I'm so pumped for this fight.
They will not be able to keep the roof on this place.
2:23 to go. Murray State leads 57-56. Here's your game reset. 2 timeouts apiece, 7 fouls apiece, and the possession arrow favors Evansville. They trail by a point. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and the inbound coming from JaCobi Wood. They line up on the right side of the lane, and the toss is coming up. They got to call a timeout. Good coverage by Evansville. Wood could not get the ball inbounded, and so 2:23 on the clock, and 57-56 as they crank the light show here at the CFSB Center.
Yeah, they tried to call a little screen for Harkham to the backside corner. Evansville did a good job switching it out. That only leaves Murray with 1 timeout left in a close game with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. It would be a full. But a timeout as a coach you prefer not to take, especially because it's 2 seconds. If you score here, it's a good timeout, but it's tough to score. But you don't want to turn that ball over for a break either. You want to have defensive balance on this. Let's see if the timeout pays off with a bucket or not.
Evansville with 9 blocks on the night and 9 steals.
I got it for 10 blocks, Tom, unofficially, so I'm going to have to check those, check the tape afterwards. Yeah. 9 and 9.
I'll go with the Muller stats. I'll go with the Muller stats. All right, here it is again. 2 seconds on the shot clock. The inbound from JaCobi Wood. And he does get it in, and it's stolen away. It went off of Ferguson, and here they come.
Yeah, that's where you just wish you wouldn't have called that timeout. Again, it's tough to score 2 seconds, but
Murray State with 1 timeout.
They're out. Post up cuff there.
Hughes for 3.
Oh, that thing almost went in. Really good contest by Lindsey Late. That was about an inch short for taking a 2-point lead. Murray side ball screen, 3 side ball screen here, Tom. Flood the strong side defense. Don't allow the pocket pass, which they do. Terrific pocket pass there by Wood, and a great catch by Lindsey. But again, get over across that lane line. Make him skip it. They usually run this play from the other side. They came to the right side, a little step-up screen. But you just have to take that pass away. You've got 3 offensive players on the weak side. 2 defenders can guard those 3. The one thing you have to do is take away that pass as Lindsey squeaks that much-needed free throw in.
Kyron Lindsey. Can't make the second one, and a one-handed rebound by Hafner. He's on the floor with it. They tie it up, and possession arrow is Evansville. It's going to be Ace's ball, down by 2.
Yeah, that possession arrow matters sometimes. Late, you know, it's something as a coach you tell your team really under about a minute, minute and a half, because if it's your possession on the next jump ball, you actually don't want to waste the timeout if it's going to be a jump ball situation. So knowing the possession does matter, or could matter.
Here is Pizzato. Hit an incredible step back 3 earlier to cut it to 1. It's a 2-point game now. Hughes. Shot clock under 10. To Pizzato. Ferguson ran into a screen, and a foul called.
1-1. There was 5 seconds left in the shot clock. I think they just had Ferguson who tried to blow through that screen a little bit too aggressively. A lot of great movement from Evansville. Murray had a great defensive possession going. You like the aggressiveness, but you got to be smart. Step through with a foot or go under that thing. But it is 1-1. Pizzato only 3 for 5 today from the foul line.
Came in shooting 68% from the line on the season. And the miss there. It's up in the air, and Comer comes up with it. Now to Hafner. He floats one up. It goes, and we are tied in Murray. 1:10 to go.
Free throw box outs will win or lose games for you. Let's see if that one costs Murray State in the end. It definitely cost them, of course, with that bucket.
Tense moments here. Under a minute. Ferguson, the drive. He scores, and he's fouled. And that's one way to avoid a block, going hard and get the 2, and he has a chance for 3.
Big time finish. They had the ball side to side. They hit Ferguson a little bit of an overhelp cuff. He goes up. Thought Hughes had a decent verticality there. That's a tough, I can tell you, that's a tough call on Hughes. He looked like he was vertical. Either way, he's going to finish the bucket. But a great finish by Ferguson. Under a minute, up 2 or 3. 3-point game. Evansville execute. Here's how you win games late. You execute, you take care of the ball, and you just take the right shot. Don't try to do something special, but execution is the first part of that.
Timeout called by Evansville. That was the 4th foul on Hughes. Something else to watch.
Yeah, you get these late games, and it's amazing. It's not amazing, but here's what happens. More with inexperienced players than experienced players. Can you go from the board to the court? Okay, what that means is coach is over there drawing up a play. It might be a play that you have. It may not be a new play. It may be a play you have, but you're just drawing it up. Who can go onto the court and execute exactly right? Not kind of right, exactly right. And then you call a play to be aggressive for a specific guy. So you have to come off this action looking to score and then adjust if it's taken away. And all 5 guys have to be aggressive. Defensively, it's similar. Play your principles exactly. Don't go off and try to get a steal or do something crazy. Communicate at a high level. Be fundamentally sound. Just force a tough shot, and then, of course, you have to finish it. We talked about free throw box outs. So many games won and lost on tip-ins also. So that finishing that play matters. Execute, value the ball, just get a good shot. Fundamentally sound defensively. Do what your teammates expect you to do. Force a tough shot, finish at the rebound.
It's a final in Carbondale. Bradley beats Southern Illinois 83-60. Here at Murray State, 3-point game, Evansville basketball. All eyes on this one. Comer to Hafner to Cuff. And Hafner for 3. The rebound and a foul called on Pizzato as Milton came in crashing the boards.
Hafner, they had it's called a chin or a rear screen. He's supposed to cut his screen all the way underneath. He actually cut it off short. He never got below the big. He never got below the big. As you can see there, he's supposed to keep going, then bring it back. Great defense by Murray. You don't have to force that. You know, that was a forced 3. You can easily get a 2 or try to get another one. It was the right foul by Pizzato. Go for the offensive rebound. Milton foul line for 2 now because they are now in the double bonus.
And Milton makes it a 2-possession game. Kylan Milton, 66% free throw shooter coming in. And knocks it down. Milton hits both free throws, his first free throw attempts of the night.
Quick one, go to the rim if you can, make a play. Go to the rim, keep going. Get a quick one.
He can't get it to go, and Lindsay gets the rebound. Comer had an opening, and a steal by Pizzato, who throws it down, and Evansville cuts it to 3.
Got a chance, coach.
Oh my goodness.
That length again gets the steal by Pizzato with the terrific finish. Try to get a trap. Oh.
Pressure and 26.8 on the clock.
So last timeout, that'll be a full, I believe. That's all they had left. That's their last timeout. Got a little lazy with the ball, but a credit Pizzato with deflecting that ball. Again, that length does matter. You can see here, he's trying to foul, maybe just trying to get the steal. Little lazy with the crossover, terrific hands, and then he elevates to a heck of a finish. And then you jump back in, and Wood doesn't get the inbound. Now you have no timeouts if you're Murray State right now. Okay, so Coach Prome's drawing it up. You have an assistant coach or Coach Prome saying we have no timeouts. What's that mean? Of course, you have to get open. Worst case scenario is you get the ball inbound as a steal on the backcourt. So worst case scenario, throw it down to the other end. We used to tell our guys, this is from Coach Stone, listen, get open. Your job is to, one guy can't stop you from getting open if you're supposed to. Now, Coach will have multiple outlets. Here's another big thing, and this is where this is such an underrated thing. Who do you trust to inbound the ball is as critical as anything. Because that's where the most pressure is right now. It's your passing angle. Running this baseline, they can still run because there's a timeout after a made basket. So your passing angle matters. Is it a bounce pass, a chest pass? So the inbounder has the most pressure on them. And then if you're Evansville, Tom, you have time for one trap. You want to get a steal if you can. If he gets out of that, you got a foul. But, you know, it goes from a missed layup by Comer to a steal and a dunk. So the highs and lows of close games late in the clock.
This game has been wild. 63-60. Murray State basketball. Here comes the pressure from Evansville.
Yeah, it's a zone press here, so not man, it's a 1-2-1-1. They're going to trap the first pass. I like how Coach Fromm's got the offensive players high at half court, gives a lot of space to cut and get open, but there will be a trap on the first pass here.
It's Milton. He dribbles around it, and it's taken away. Pizzato, and he gets fouled. Oh, my goodness.
It's exactly what you want to do if you're Evansville. You want that first trap. They got Woods taking it out. You could just kind of panic a little bit here. He's fine. He's got Wood. He can just throw Wood the ball. Good rotation there. But Pizzato's length now. We talked about length a lot in this game. Every time it's led to turnovers, steals, blocks. Right there, it's another steal/turnover because of the length of Pizzato. Now, you got a chance, of course, to cut it to one. Oh, he rushed that one. He absolutely rushed it.
He has missed now 4 free throws. If there's any flaw to his game tonight, it's that. 3 of 7 from the line makes that.
And it won't be for his career. He's got a great stroke.
He is going to be a problem in this league this year.
Okay, again, you have time for another trap. So get the ball to the corner, trap.
There's the trap.
Again, you have no timeouts if you're Murray, so you've got to get it across half court.
Ferguson to Lindsay.
No.
Reverse layup won't go. 2-point game, 10 seconds.
No threes, no threes, no threes, no threes, no threes. Stay up.
Comer.
No threes.
Cuff. The three. It won't go. Rebound, Murray State.